Hello guys, welcome to my channel Macarius, and today we're gonna talk about the new event of the counter site. First, there's a new event on the counter site is the unbreakable flower and the flower blooming at night. The flower blooming at night basically a harder version of the unbreakable flower, which if we farm we will get the nice 50 quad, which will be helpful for us the 52p player. Okay, let's unbreakable flower have a two egg, first egg and second egg. If you farm at first egg, you will get the massive flyer, and if you farm at the second egg, you will get this hairbrand. Let's take a look at the
성능은
effect shot.
몰라도 튼튼한 건
This is
확실해요.
for the hairband
안심하고
and
구입하세요.
this is for the flyer. On the hairband, there's some important item that you need to purchase. First is the fusion core to limit break your awaken unit to further more, and the set binary to make your all item is combined, and turning binary to set the best option for your gear. And then there's a flyer. Basically, flyer is to increase your mate to become more stronger on the PvP and PvE. If you don't have the nice gear for your mate, I suggest you farm and purchase this first. And now we're gonna talk about the new release ship, Albion. Basically, Albion is the cruiser type ship with the passive skill Geode Fortification. Generates a barrier ally unit that equals 12% of their max HP, 16% for President Institution unit. President Institution unit is basically the Elizabeth and her team. Is this good? On the PvP is quite tricky if you face with the Almighty God PvP. Nah, you pin. It's basically just destroy your unit with this skill, passive skill. And then active skill, we have the advanced distortion missile. Fire an improved visually distorted missile adding stealth and greatly increase EVA to ally unit within certain range for 8 seconds. Inflict damage on enemies, leave them for a moment, and decrease their hit by 99%. So basically, the enemy unit cannot hit you for 8 seconds because your EVA increase and hit of the enemy minus 99%. And then we have the active skill again, advanced caliber pierce. Fire a deadly ion condenser at enemies, levitating them with knockback. Decrease affected enemy incoming healing by 100 for 15 seconds. It's basically a Awaken Sion and the Kamezuki combined, and you get the advanced caliber pierce. Next, we're gonna talk about the new challenge, the Art Squad here, and then they bring back the Chloe credit set from the last event. First, let's talk about the thought. Art Squad is here first. If you guys farm on here, you guys can get the draft network quest token, which you can craft it on the workshop. For the Art Squad mod, which you guys can randomly get the exclusive gear for the Art Squad member, respectively Hanfeng T6 for the Eugene, Dino T6 for the Suyon, T6 for Shaolin, and the Fighting Effect ammo for the Kim Sobin. I recommend you guys to farm for the Shaolin and then the Kim Sobin, because for the PvE player, Shaolin has the highest output damage, and Kim Sobin can help you guys to clear the field. For PvP though, if you guys play Shaolin correctly, she can really destroy your opponent if your opponent use the striker or the awakened criminal. I know she very fragile, she can die by Kansuyo, Elizabeth, a missile for the Enterprise, or the laser or the fire from the ship. But if you get pass for the laser and you play Shaolin, she can really For the Team Sobito, if you make the skill has gear, she can use her ultimate and destroy and clean your opponent field for sure. Then we have the Chloe credit search. If you get farm on this particular event, you will get the credit, which is very useful for the new coming player or the P2P player like me. Because as you know, if you want to upgrade the hero, upgrade gear, make a gear, you guys need this a lot. If you want to farm in here, I suggest you guys to use the skill from the build. Use the welfare system, and then you guys pick the temporary bonus increase level 3, which you will get 10% additional credit for 1 hour, so you will get more credit than usual. The update also released a new banner, a Veronica banner, and also the return banner, Sigma and the Shaolin. For the Shaolin, I think you guys already have her because she easily to get, and if you are a new player, there's a chance you can pull her at 10 times chance on the beginning, so I don't really recommend to pull for her on this ban. Then we have the Sigma banner, and I really recommend for you guys who doesn't have the Sigma or a new player to pull for her, because she really good at the PvE, and if you play wisely, you can use her on PvP too. Let's take a look on her skill. Passive skill, Sigma Protocol, manipulates her troops' characteristics so as to make up for their weakness. Increase release effective damage raise by 30% for all allies except for her slave. Sigma can be healed. So basically, she can increase your unit's effective damage resistance by 30%. So she make your team more tankier than already it is. And if you upgrade her passive skill to level 5, you can get additional effect. Roll effective damage plus 60% added to buff. Deployment resource plus 1 upon death. So if you increase your skill, the damage resistance will increase to 60, not 30. So it's 2 times. So I really recommend you to level up the passive skill. And then the special skill, Square Dance, using a special algorithm melody, Sigma commands artifact cubes and restore deployment resource quickly. Restore 1 deployment resource, the skill consumes 15% of her HP when used. So when she uses her skill Square Dance, you can summon your unit more quickly, because every time she use her skill, you get 1 additional 1 deployment resource. Even this skill consumes 50% of his HP, it's okay, because you guys, when you have the PvE or the PvP, you guys bring the supporter to heal, and even with this, she quite tanky. And if you increase her special skill level to 5, he get a barrier equal to 20% of max HP for 10 seconds for up to 3 skill use. Sigma is tanky, and then she get barrier, it make her more tanky. And then the ultimate skill is Daddy Help. Basically, she just summon the giant robot to defend your team and can knock back your enemy with his skill and disgrace approaching enemy attack by 10%. If you increase this ultimate skill to level 5, enemy attack minus 20% instead. Deployment resource plus 1 when used. So when you increase this to level 5, enemy will get more reduced attack, and you get additional deployment resource plus 1 So you can combine this skill and this skill to get 2 diplomat resource, and you can summon your team. What is a disadvantage on her? First, if she summon on the PvP, if enemy use the Awaken Hilde, Noel, she will get rush, and it will put your own disadvantage. And don't forget of the death damage Yayubin, because if you use this barrier equal to 20% of max HP, and the skill comes from 15% of his HP, when Yayubin come, this will 35% reduce her HP. So basically, don't use Sigma when enemy use Nayubin. If Nayubin get banned, then use Sigma. When I say ban, I mean Nayubin ban 2. So Nayubin cost 8. If 7, someone will still use Nayubin. And now for the Veronica banner, we have Monet the defender, Veronica the striker, and the Lycoris the sniper for the mid team. Now let's talk about the lowly Tain mid, Monet the defender. First, her passive skill. Oops, sorry sir. After 3 attacks excluding basic air attacks, 3 forward, inflicting all damage on surrounding enemies, the damage target focus their attack on her and can use skill for 4 seconds. So she can taunt her enemy, so your back unit will be safe, and she also can silence your enemy for 5 seconds. And if you upgrade your passive skill to level 5, she get additional effect damage resistance plus 25% for 4 seconds after the attack. So after 3 attacks, she will become more tankier than normal. And then we have the special skill, non-ultimate burst punch. Widely swing her tonfa as she moves forward, inflicting all damage on surrounding enemies and knocking them backwards in her facing direction for ground target only. So basically it's AoE damage, but she can connecting them back. So it's really useful on the PvP if you fight against the Nayubin, Hilde, Awaken Hilde, and then Noel, or any rush unit. It's really be useful for protecting your backline. Also, if you increase her skill to level 5, she also get additional minus 4 seconds of the cooldown, so 40 seconds for her special skill. And then we have ultimate skill, ultimate anemone punch. Leap forward and crash land, inflicting AoE damage on and around target. Damage target was 10% of attack for 10 seconds. So basically it's AoE damage again, but now the target lose the damage for 10%. And also if you increase her level to 5, it get additional effect, immunity to hit stun from special kill for 10 seconds after skill. So she cannot be stunned and can use her passive skill because she can attack 3 times and then silence your enemy, get damage resistance, so she be quite good on the PvP. Let's take a look on her skill. For deployment, she summon the blue thing, and then skill, this punch 2 times, and then damage resistance, silence, and for the skill, she just jump and kick forward. Skill again. So basically, that's the skill for the Monet. So the conclusion is, if you want to pull her on the banner, it be quite tricky because you need the Veronica, not the Monet. If you want to pull Veronica and you get Veronica but don't get money, then you need to skip, because money is SR, the probability is high than SSR. So for example, if you want to Sigma, then you recruit 10 times, and then the few employee probability have the monet, the probability to get monet is really high compared the SSR unit. Now let's talk about the red hermit, like Cory's sniper. First, let's take a look at her skill. Her passive skill very safe. Select intense fight as much as select intense food, inflict additional 15% damage on the striker. So basically she doing her job as a sniper to destroy all the strikers. And if you increase her passive skill to level 5, it get additional effect, anti-striker damage resistant by 15%, which is done really helpful because the sniper enemy is Kang Soo-young, Elizabeth, or maybe the Hilde if she get through of your front. So it doesn't quite useful that strike damage resistant plus 50%. And then we have the special skill outside cleaning. Instantly cleans a place by blowing everything away. Forcefully stab at the enemies in front, inflicting AoE damage. It's the AoE damage, and if you increase her special skill to level 5, it penetrates 25% of enemy death. So basically, it's just increase the damage dealt by the outside cleaning. And then we have the ultimate skill, stay away. Her embarrassment by her outfit full her anger toward enemies. Charge with her spear, and the return inflicted AoE damage on her way back and forth. So it's the AoE damage again, and if you increase her ultimate skill to level 5, the cooldown will be reduced 6 seconds. Let's take a look on her animation. Try someone like Chris. Yeah. Special skill. And he used the Steel Shaver, I think. Someone the bling bling bling. And it just make me realize it's almost same like shoot planet on face stay night like that other platforms. So the conclusion is, do we need to pull her? I don't think so, because on the PvP she not quite good because she can easily die because of the Kang Soo-young, Elizabeth, the sniper enemy, and her skill is deal damage for the striker but also fragile. For the PvE though, if you have the maybe a nice tank and nice support, she will be quite useful for the two costs of the sniper. And maybe you can use it on the shadow balance, because shadow balance have recommended not higher than 25. And if you can get her too if you want to pull for the Veronica, because the Veronica banner you can get the Lycoris, and Lycoris the rarity is R, so it's quite easy to pull for her. Even if you don't want to pull for Veronica, you can pull it on the next banner after this banner is erased or changed for the new banner, so you can get the Lycoris from another banner. Now let's talk about the pink hair maid, the Veronica. Veronica passive skill, Boogeyman Hunter. Her body automatically performed her skill from the past as she near death, increase attack by up to 50% in the first proportion to HP. So she can increase her attack in proportion to HP. And if you increase her skill, which is really need to increase, because the additional effect is quite good. Attack, damage resistance, increased by 30% for 12 seconds when deployed. So it will be quite useful, damage dealer, and will be quite tankier. And then we have the special skill, Burst Stinger. Charge forward, pushing target and as he goes, and then fire a shotgun, inflicting away damage. It's like the charge of the Hilde and the charge of the Noel. And if you increase her special skill to level 5, you get a fight hit +1 and true skill damage during Rasta Blasta buff. Now, the passive skill, Rasta Blasta, her loyalty towards her master help her defy death, gain immortality for 7 seconds when her HP drop to 1% or lower, and deliver a change basic attack during immortality. So this skill is really important for her because he can alive for 7 seconds even after her death. And if you increase this particular passive skill to level 5, you get additional time plus 3 seconds, so 10 seconds alive, and enchant basic attack fight hit +1. Now let's take a look on her animation. Let's summon her.
초대장은 가지고 오셨나요? 빈틈.
Charge and fires with shotgun. I cannot show you her ultimate skill because on the practice the enemy cannot hit the counter or the shoulder maybe. But I will upload PvP using her, so you guys can see her using her ultimate. So the conclusion is, do we really need to pull for her? For me, it's yes. Because for the PvE content, she deal damage quite good, and she can also be a tank. For the PvP, she really shy because the damage is high, tank gear, and she has the immortality skill, so she can stay alive on the field longer than usual. But be careful of the Yensing and the allies, because if she active her skill, the Rasta Blasta, and Yensing or allies use her skill, it will be debuff and she will die. Speaking of Veronica, the update also released the 2 new skins, wedding mask for the Veronica and the Goddess Queen and the mighty Rosaria Le Friend. First, let's take a look at Veronica's skin. Look at this. The dress.
전 두근거림을 느낄 순 없지만 소리는 들을 수 있습니다.
Boobs, the tights. If you guys really like big boobs,
심장 소리는 제가 살아있다는 증거죠. 그리고 주인님과 함께인 지금은 어느 때보다 살아있다는 기분이 드는군요.
Animation skin. She summoned the flower things.
정숙하시길. 지나가려면 절 먼저 꺾으시길.
The pink bling bling, and then her same, nothing changed. And now we'll talk about our goddess, queen, and the mighty Rosaria May Queen. Look at her. She really good, nice, beautiful. Look at this.
그 표정은 뭐지?
The best waifu on the side.
내 아름다움에 넋이 나간 거로군.
Look at this. It makes your heart waver.
눈을 크게 뜨고 봐둬라. 흔치 않은
Now
호강일
let's move
테니.
on her animation skill.
어디 불장난 좀 쳐볼까?
When her summon, petals come out, and the flame from purple to blue, which is quite good, and I really like it. It's like a flame from the blue exorcist demon thing, and her laser nice, and her ultimate skill.
아, 뒤에다 왕의 혼잡기를 가로막느냐.
That's good. Blue flame, the blue pillar, and then
난 인자 있는 몸이니라.
thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.